All right. Welcome to Helsingborg, Sweden for the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters 2025. Standing here with the Storm International, we call you president as well, right? and our own Dave Ryan, thank you so much. Welcome.
Great to be here again. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Thank you to Patrick Paquet and Martin Larsen, our great hosts. Thrilled to be back for year 2. Can't wait for 4 great bowlers to call it with Matt this year.
And Matt, you were being the Randy Peterson this time, and you look, you look great. And so, what do you think will be most important right now?
I tell you what, just committing to a game plan, trusting your eyes, and making a lot of great shots and avoiding the red numbers on the scoreboard.
I mean, you guys, you are used to this at home so many times, and cool to be here in Sweden. It's it's different.
It's my 2nd trip here. Flew into Copenhagen after a football game Friday, so it's a whirlwind. But it's a lot of fun. The crowd was amazing last year. Great crowd again. Thanks you guys for coming out. We appreciate you. 4 Swedish bowlers last year, so no Swedes in the show this year. So we're familiar with Andrew and the 3 Americans, Sean Rash in the Hall of Fame, and looking forward to seeing Nate for the first time in action too. Young guy, so we could have a young star win for the first time. Can't wait for the show.
Awesome. We will have a new Storm Lucky Larsen winner this year, that's for sure. And there's 4 different countries that won before, and it could be Finland this time.
Could be. First Finnish winner.
Yeah, somebody like that. Hey, I just wanted to introduce these guys, and thank you so much. And they will be hosting everything on the TV, and good luck, and thanks for having you.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, awesome. And speaking of that, Sean Rash, may I have a word with you? I felt like... You've been here how many times?
I've been coming here since 2003, so I couldn't tell you exactly how many times I've taken Patrick out for dinner or a drink or 2.
But obviously like being here. Can you tell us a little bit why?
At this stage of my life, it's all about family and the people you surround yourself with, good people. Olympia Bowling, their entire staff, they treat me like family when I walk in the door. I can ask for a glass of water, and it's behind my table in a second. It's just the atmosphere is amazing, the food, the water, the wine, the view, you name it. Everything over here is pretty good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and good luck in the semifinals. Sean Rash, ladies and gentlemen. And Nate, can I have a quick word with you as well? Oh yeah, here he is. Wow, you finished off strong, and this is your first show. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think I've had a few TV experience from PBA Junior to the Battle of the Brands. So, I mean, this is nothing I've never seen before, so I'm ready to have some fun.
Awesome. And we wish you all the best and good luck and enjoy. The people are ready, and hopefully you're ready. Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's time for the first semifinals. Nate Purches and Sean Rash. So let's hit it off. Back to you guys.
Okay, Nicholas, thanks so much. We're ready here in the booth for some fantastic bowling here in Helsingborg, Sweden. Olympia Bowling Center. Championship round of the Lucky Larsen, brought to us by Storm, the Masters. Final event of the PBA Tour season. Underway. Purchase from just outside Boston leaves a 10-pin.
Boy, great opening shot there, Dave. Just what Nate is looking to do. Get off to a good start. Not leave yourself something that's too hard to make or impossible to make. See Nate wrap the 10 there. Very makeable spare and a great opening shot for a PBA TV rookie.
First show. And the only 2-hander on the show here tonight. Takes care of the 10-pin. You know, Matt, just to get the nerves out, that's got to feel good to have your mark to begin the night.
Oh, absolutely. I've been there before, and that first shot on TV, when the lights come on, you're bowling for score, the adrenaline gets going. It's really easy to not throw it that good.
Here's the veteran, 43 years old, Sean Rash. 17 titles, 2 majors, and a good start.
Absolutely. Sean looked really, really sharp in practice. I think Sean's really coming into his own as he's been into his 40s. His body's changing. a lot of things in his life has been changing, but I think he's really been adapting very well to it. And the pattern has brought the best out in Sean this week, I feel, Dave.
Left lane to start off with 2. No break, no messenger for the 10-pin, and the dreaded 7-10 split.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot by Sean. You know, one of the things here at Olympia Bowl, Dave, that I know we're going to see here, typically for the right-handers, the left lane likes to hook early, and then what we call in the bowling biz, bail down lane. And unfortunately for here, in Sean Rash's case, it's 8-1 and an early open to start this semifinal match.
Anyone can overcome that. It's Sean Rash.
Absolutely.
Back to Purchase now with his foe opening. Oh, the 23-year-old respond with his own split.
Yeah.
4-10. Ouch.
Yeah, this ball just got wide right down lane, and the right lane is the lane that is going to give the players a little more miss room to the right, but not that much miss room, Dave. Qualifying average to make Sunday this week was 215 last year, 232.
Big difference in the numbers from last year this year. Playing conditions have changed, and 4 new bowlers on the show. And a whiff on the 4-10, losing count is Purchase. So he responds with his own open, and the match changes again here, Matt.
Yeah, it's what we call game on. Sean takes a 2-pin lead sitting on the bench.
Oh, there's a box. Something might have distracted him to his left. Youngster tries this again. Wonder why he's wearing the number 50 on the back of his jersey. It's always been his lucky number, he told us pre-show. One of his nicknames is Nifty 50. It's rare to see a number on the back of a bowling shirt. Okay, how does the youngster respond here? Left lane. Almost another one. Just the 4 pins a lot easier.
Really fortunate there, Dave. Seeing this ball go high on the 1-3 pocket. Lucky to get the 10-pin out. And as we said earlier, just before we got underway here, avoiding the red numbers, which are what are indicated as splits here, is going to be the ultimate definition of who wins and who loses.
Didn't like that. There's a reason. Oh, my goodness. The wheels have fallen off here early for Nate. Just 23 years old, the rookie of the year. Last year on tour, whiffs on the 4-pin, back-to-back opens, loses count again. It's Sean Rash. Despite the 7-10, sees the lead balloon a little bit.
Well, it's just something you don't want to do to a guy who's been on tour for 20 years, multiple titles, major title, and PBA Hall of Fame. You don't give a guy like Sean too many chances, especially early. He's going to jump on him. And
that's what you do if you're Sean Rash, Matt.
Absolutely right there. You post it.
Advantage.
Perfect shot, 10 back in the pit right there. It's going to be interesting here, Dave, what he does on the left lane.
Let's find out. Sean talked about touch with us pre-show. He said, I might have better touch than the other 3 bowlers on the show here tonight. Definitely the oldest touch, and by that he meant the most experience using finesse on these conditions. Left lane. No split almost. Just the 9-pin.
Yeah, and that was a guarded shot. If you watch Sean's follow through, he didn't fully extend on that one. And it was a guarded shot because if you go back to frame 2, Dave, that was a really good shot. And he paid a maximum penalty. And trust me, whether you're Sean Rash's caliber or Nate Purchas's caliber, those shots live in the back of your mind when you get up there the next time. And they can wreak havoc with how you get out of the bowling ball.
Takes care of the mark. Congrats to he and wife Sarah. Anniversary this past week, so it's always a whirlwind. Big family events like that. Kyle Troop, of course, performing well and on the Storm Lucky Larsen YouTube channel, doing some commentary at the round of 8, doing an awesome job. Congrats to Kyle and Bree with their recent wedding. All right, back to Purchase. How does the youngster respond? Looking for help. Messenger across the deck. There it is.
And that's what he's
trying to get the crowd pumped up here, Matt.
That's
Down
what he's
goes the
looking
10-pin.
for. That's exactly what he's looking for, Dave. He's looking to be able to use that young energy that he has, get pumped up, get the momentum going. You know, Nate talked to us earlier. He said, I really did a good job at making sure my second ball focus was at a high level. I think when the match started, he got away out of that process, a couple whiffs, but hopefully he can settle himself here and get some momentum going.
Just graduated from Marion. Classmate of Rory Clark, Tom Clark, PBA Tour Commissioner's son. Very close friends. Left lane for the youngster. That looks a lot better. Post that one. Crushes the pocket. And those pins had no chance. Into the pit they go. He's back in the match.
Absolutely. Ball splits the 8-9. That is just dead perfect. Great reaction from Nate. He knew that was right where he wanted it.
So it's back to 3 pins.
Once again, game is on. Sean Rash, you see Max score 248, Nate 245.
Here's the veteran. Comes through.
He tees it up again for the left lane. Now, Sean has he's going to have to finish on this left lane, Dave. Like I said, here in Helsingborg at Olympia Bowl, for the right-handers, the left lanes tend to hook earlier and lay off more. So what Sean's fighting, because he doesn't have as much power and speed as Nate, is his ball wants to start hooking close to him and then go straighter. So he's got to really make sure he puts all of his finesse, he calls on all that experience, gets it off his hand just perfect so he can get the ball through the pins the right way.
Year 7 of this event, a new champion again in Helsingborg. Sean Rash would like to add his name to the list. There's that left lane. It's high. And the 3-6 stands for Sean Rash, who stares it down, Matt, trying to figure out ball reaction.
Yeah, he's just not trusting himself after that bad break in the second. And as a bowler, I know exactly how he's feeling. He feels like, I can't throw it good, so I got to kind of throw it good. Even then, it feels like you're bowling in a phone booth.
Critical mark, it's a chop, it's a miss. And another open frame here for the Hall of Famer. That hurts.
That's a product of frustration. That's just a product. Sean's thinking about, what am I not doing right on this left lane as he goes up to shoot that spare? He's not thinking about making the spare.
And the lead on the bench, Matt, increases to 29 pins here for Purchase. To his 6th for a 39-pin lead. Working on a strike. Right lane, it's high, it's a miss. Down the line for 3-6-10.
Yeah, the right lane is going to be the easier of the 2 lanes here, Dave. We're on 15 and 16 at Olympia Bowl, and the right lane's the lane you got to take advantage of.
He talked about his spare game with us pre-show. Said I got to be the best in the building tonight. Not early, but he's getting more comfortable. That big strike off another open really catapulted his confidence, I thought.
Absolutely, and that was a great spare. 3-6-10 this week. Definitely proved no gimme amongst the players. Once again, it only took a 215 average to make it to Sunday versus 232 just a year ago.
From Marlborough, Massachusetts, not far from Boston. You'd think he'd be a Celtics and a Bruins and a Red Sox fan, but he's not. Likes New York sports. The colors are New York Islanders colors, as in the hockey team in the NHL. Got enough there at left lane. Don't tell Boston area fans he likes the Isles, Matt. That's probably not a great idea.
We're going to keep that one here in Sweden, Dave. Great shot there from Nate. He knows that he's using that 2-hand power to help him overcome the difficult left lane. Lane 15 here at Olympia Bowl. And Sean is in a must situation.
It's go time for the Hall of Famer. Had to really hurry up and did not get the ball reaction he wanted, and pays the price again with another split on the right lane. Trouble.
Yeah, the ball just got too far down the lane before it slowed down, and he knew it off his hand. He feels like he feels really trapped, Dave. He feels like if I catch it, it's going to hook too much. If I miss it, it's not going to do what I want to do, and it just puts you in a bad place mentally as a bowler.
Juho 10, almost across the deck there for the 10-pin, but it stands. Another open frame. On the bench, the lead balloons again for Purches, who's in good shape at this point.
Absolutely. Nate's been trying to do what we talked about pre-show is, we talk about filling frames, being mentally strong, taking your time, really executing at a high level. That's the things that have served the players the best here in the tough scoring conditions from Christionis and Kegel.
Sean wanted us to give a shout-out to Tim Mack, Dino Castillo, two of his most influential people in his great career. Done so much to help him. Didn't like that. Turned away as runaway Brooklyn. And just the 6 there for him standing.
Sean just can't get it off his hand well. And here's the reason why, folks. Sean's a world-class player. He can't see the picture, what we call the picture right now. And when you can't see the picture as a bowler, Dave, it is next to impossible to get it off your hand clean and get it onto your target.
Sean's been coming here since 2003, loves coming to Sweden. And Patrick, the incredible staff here at Olympia Bowl, was so grateful for another opportunity to bowl and compete overseas. First time he's made a show, though. Not the lucky Larsen. Same for this guy. First ever show for the youngster. Watch out. Came in high, could have been a lot more damaging, just the 3-6.
Yep, and Nate's been a little guarded on the right-hand lane. He knows this lane is cleaner front to back through the body of the lane. The ball wants to sail more to the right on the right-hand lane. And he just cut that one off, the ball going high. But once again, Dave, fortunate enough not to have a red circle around that scoreboard number and leave himself with a makeable 3-6.
Important, turns away, knew he had it. Told us pre-show, Matt, he started bowling as a youngster on his Wii game, as in home video TV game. Did you ever Wii? You were growing up?
I did, but I didn't break as many TVs as Nate did.
He broke several TVs, at least 4. Not sure if it was a screen or the game or both, but maybe got a little physical and aggressive with it. But that's how he developed a love for sport. And here he is. Left lane foundation frame, it's high. No split, that's the good news. 4-pin stands for Nate Purches.
Really good shot. Ball just creeping a little high, but you know what? I've always said a 4-pin is close to a 4-bagger because that means the ball is slowing down in the right part of the lane and it's doing the right thing. It's not getting behind the head pin, which means going too long down the lane.
Happy with that? Little sarcastic self-cheer for Nate Purches.
No problem with the 4-pin there, and he's having a little fun with the crowd. He's settled in, and he's using that young energy to his advantage to keep him pumped up and focused.
The soft touch of the veteran. That looks better.
Yeah, much, much better. Really good shot there. So taking a look at the scoreboard here, Dave, Nate going out just with a strike spare. He's at 181. Sean getting out 185. So he can force the hand of Nate Purches in the 10th frame on the right lane that he has been struggling on if Sean can find a way to overcome what he's feeling on lane 15.
Despite the struggles, still right in it. Saw the key stats a moment ago, leading us to this point. Big strike left lane for Rash.
Sean going to a veteran move there. When in doubt, speed up, tighten up. He tightened his angles through the front part of the lane. He went to more speed, did not give the 1-3 away. And look at this. With another strike here, he is going to force the hand of this young rookie to Mark to move on to bowl for his first title.
Which says a lot about Sean Rash.
You don't get into the PBA Hall of Fame not performing in the clutch, Dave.
Lane talk numbers you saw for Sean. Key stats to get here to the championship show in Helsingborg.
Sean called for a re-rack on the left-hand lane. He's allowed 2 per game.
You like that?
Well, he wanted more time as a player. He just wanted to gather his thoughts, slow himself down, make sure he was ready.
You'll try again.
We've seen this plenty of times over the years, I should say, over the decades with Sean. Most notably, I think 2008 World Championship. I think he had 6 balks, and fortunately for Sean, they're not as expensive here as they were in the United States. So reset, go through it again.
Starts the critical 10th. Talking to it. Not quite the help he wanted.
Yeah, he just lofted it a little too much, where the last one he really drove it into the lane a little more. That one, he got it out over the lane a little more, and it just didn't pick up. Leaves the soft 7. Spare here, Dave. That's 174. Nate Purches still has to mark. And I'll tell you what, a mark on this pattern in this situation for this young rookie, we're going to see what he's made of right here.
We're about to, aren't we? 22 years old. First ever show. The former Rookie of the Year. A mark, watch out. It was high, it didn't split. That's the good news. 3-6-10 could have been much worse. And giving Rash a win on the bench.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dave.
9's in the back there, sleeper.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, 3, 6, 9, 10 is the hardest makeable spare on the PBA Tour, and it's the hardest makeable spare you can shoot at right now.
Gotta have it. Doesn't have it. 10-pin stands.
Sean Rash, despite his best efforts, 174. Nate Purches, 166.
Show your love to Nate Purches, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, what a finish, Sean Rash.
Sports is cruel.
In dramatic
And congratulations to the Hall of Famer making the finals, Sean Rash.
Will win this one, as Nicholas pointed out, in dramatic fashion. What a finish. And Nate Purches, not much he could do. Walk away.
Let's prepare ourselves for the second semifinals between Juho from Finland and Andrew Andersson. They will have some practice, and wow, that was it's rough. It's really, really hard. It could be anything. The lanes are really, really tough. I hope people understand really how this is not a typical house shot, that's for sure. Could we have the winner, Sean Rash? Wow, that was a really fun, wow, crazy. It could be anybody who won that game. And let's see if you can have a word with the winner, Sean Rash. Is just putting away his stuff, and I don't think he didn't see that coming. And here is the winner of the first semifinal, Sean Rash. Congratulations, Sean. Wow, that could have been anything.
Yeah, we both missed a spare, you know, one early, one in the middle of the game. I felt like I got off to a really good start. I feel for Nate. You know, he's a young kid that's got a bright future. At some point, you're going to go through that, not just once, but twice and 3 times and 4 times. I've lost many times on television, missing a spare, or, I mean, I thought he aced it. You know, these are very demanding, challenging patterns. Our lane guy this week in Kegel did a phenomenal job with putting touch in play and making spares matter. And like I said, Nate bowled a phenomenal game. There was some game plan and some strategy. That right lane is not very fun. It's never really been fun on this TV pair through the years. And you know, I'm blessed to live another day. I knew if I doubled in 10th, it was going to be hard for him to double, and I threw some good shots. The anxiety and the nerves, if only people knew what was going on inside this stomach right now, they'd probably with me. So, yeah, we're alive for another game, and we'll see what can happen.
Yeah, congratulations. You're bowling for the finals in the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters 2025 here in Sweden, and you could be the new winner.
Yeah, listen, it's one game. It doesn't matter what or who I bowl. I don't care about any of that. I'm going to go throw 10 good shots. Hopefully my score is higher than my opponent's by a pin. And that's all I can say.
Congratulations, Sean, and good luck in the finals. Well, thank you, and over to you, Dave and Matt. Thank you so much.
Hey, Nicholas, thanks so much. Great job down there. Lane level with Sean Rash. I thought it was a really good explanation of what he saw on the lanes, the 17-time titleist, former player of the year, 300 games in his incredible Hall of Fame career. We won't see a 300 on this challenging pattern, Matt, to be sure tonight. But Sean Rash survives like a wily experienced veteran who's been there before, lives to play another match and just the semis and champ. You just got to win 2 here in Sweden for the title.
Yeah, he forced Nate Purches to...
Yeah, we have had the winners from Australia and USA, Denmark, and Sweden. And now on the lanes is another American and one from Finland for the first time in the show here at the Lucky Larsen Masters. So please show your love for Juho Rissanen. And he will bowl against the home team player from Göta here in Helsingborg, Sweden, Andersson. And we wish them all the best. Good luck.
Briefly, just finish up that last thought, Dave. You know, he put Nate in a really tough spot, make a mark to bowl for a title. And unfortunately, you know, Nate did his best, but his best wasn't good enough this time. And, you know, but he's walking away with a great experience.
Ready now for Andrew Andersson, partner, and Juho Rissanen, who makes his first TV appearance out of Finland. Andersson trying for another title. From outside Detroit, big Michigan fan, big strike to begin the match. Looking for a 3rd title of the season. One in Reno, the Mike Albee Nevada Classic, won the PBA Tour Finals, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So a win here puts him in the discussion for Player of the Year. In the discussion.
In the discussion.
I mean, AJ Tackett should win in my mind. I think you would agree.
I'd definitely agree. If I was still a PBA member, he'd get my vote.
All right, first ever shot on TV for Juho Rissanen. From way north of Helsinki, it crosses over. Almost the Brooklyn strike.
Juho is from a small town 400 kilometers north of Helsinki.
That's far.
And he made it. He's talking about his game plan, Dave. He made it very simple. Make a good shot. If they don't all go down, make a good spare.
He's 29. A lot of experience for the Finnish national team. Cross lane for the 10-pin. Got that. Got his mark. That's got to feel good in your first ever TV show.
Yeah, you want to get off to a smooth start. Opening up with a split is never very settling as a first-timer to PBA TV.
Never bowled in the States. Does have a lot of experience internationally with Finland. Has been in this tournament twice, in 2022 and now, but by far his best showing. From Kuopio, Finland. The loft left lane, crossing over again, Brooklyn strike. Next stop, Prospect Park. Part of Brooklyn.
I get it.
Okay, you get on that one?
I got it.
Make sure you follow me on that. Subway stop. Okay.
Yeah.
You and I, it's our first show together. I'll make sure that we're
we got to
okay
have
on the same
a good
page
time.
on that.
We got to have a good time.
Okay.
And you know, this is the best part about bowling. Sometimes you can miss so much, you get strike.
As Andrew pointed out, losing to E.J. Tackett, U.S. Open this year as the top seed. If he wins this event, becomes even more magnified. That's off the mark. Watch out, big trouble. 2-4-10 split here for double A.
This ball just sailing wide right. Once again, we were talking about how that right lane is very clean through the body of the lane. That means, Dave, you get the ball going towards the right, it wants to keep going to the right.
Loses count. That's not the way you want to start the match here for Andrew Andersson. He said, man, if I had beaten EJ in Indy for the U.S. Open as the top seed, that's 3 wins in a major, maybe 4 here. Now it's a different discussion.
Absolutely. I think this is more just affirming a good year and the new mental attitude, a new outlook on his bowling career, Dave.
Left lane, Andrew. That's high, and he pays a big price with a big four. Almost the big 4. The 6 does drop late. But still a lot to cover here. Near impossible spare.
4-7-10 is just about as hard as you can make him to make up. And generally, Dave, when a bowler misses right, on the next shot he misses left. And unfortunately, I think that happened with Andrew.
Oh, good effort. Almost had a messenger across the deck there. Well, the 4-7-10 can convert, though. It's an open again.
And the pins do fly around here at Olympia Bowl. Andrew trying to bounce something out. Just couldn't get it to go. We had a 7-10 pickup earlier in the day.
I've never called one, Matt. I was hoping I heard that happened here. I've never seen one live all my years of covering bowling. So I just want to see one. Cool. 7-pin. Juho on the right lane. I thought in an interview with him he seemed a little nervous, you know, to be on TV for the first time. Maybe a little surprised he got this far, but wants to keep that momentum, Matt, rolling all the way to a championship, right?
You know, I think, David, I think it's just more the Finnish culture. He knows exactly what he's got to do. He knows who he is. He knows how he bowls, and he's just going to go out and do it.
9 years, Finnish national team, right at the 7-pin. No worries there for the mark. Grew up playing Finnish baseball. There's the 7-pin, which is where it's not pitched. You stand at home plate, throw it up to yourself and hit it, and then run the bases. Ever tried that?
In my backyard.
Wiffle ball?
Wiffle ball.
Exactly.
Juho works at his home bowling center back in Finland, and I asked him what he did at the center, Dave. He goes, "What don't I do?"
Everything. Left lane got to really hook. It does. Good ball reaction. Had tattoos, the 1-3 pocket, all in the pit. A great shot for Rissanen again.
Absolutely. This is great ball reaction. 6-pin taking the 10 out. Look at his face. He's so stoic. It's just like he's throwing a game of practice at his home bowling center on a Sunday morning.
Might be a good way to approach it. The first ever show against one of the world's best bowlers. All right, let's see how Andrew responds. Tough start. Couple opens, that's better. Right lane magic for Andrew Andersson from Holly, Michigan.
And this is what he needed to do on the right lane, Dave. That shot was easily a mile and a half hours slower. The shot in the second frame where he left the 2-8-10 was just too quick.
Touch on the right lane, clearly. Different ball reaction left lane.
Andrew talked about pre-show he might have to 2-ball it, which is meaning use 2 different bowling balls to play each the left and the right lane.
To cut it to 15, wants this strike. It's high. And this is the mark, 3-6-10. Andrew said to cap it off with a win here would be such a huge thrill. It's a bounce-back season. He told us that in Reno, winning the Albee Classic at the National Stadium way back in March, that year of redemption for him. It's a bounce-back year.
And he's just got a different outlook on bowling, Dave. He, you know, a couple years ago, a lot of injuries, some personal life issues, really put him in a really tough spot. He didn't love bowling anymore. And one of the things he said to us today, he goes, I love bowling again. And he goes, win or lose, I'm going to enjoy this TV show.
See how Juho enjoys the lead. Fifth frame works on a strike. It's high, and he pays the price. 4-6-7 split.
Yeah, this one was just, this is kind of like a Nate Purches shot. He just cut it off. He didn't get through the ball. And so the ball checks early, hooks high, and unless he plans on bouncing this out, this is going to be 7-2 and letting Andrew back into this match.
At the 4-7, sixth stance to open frame, so that's a match changer. As we saw in match one, challenging conditions. Matt, you pointed that out. We're not going to have perfect games on the pattern here. It's going to take some finesse, some touch, and a lot of strategy and getting ahead of transition to be able to win.
And committing to the shot you're going to throw and not allowing your mind to think, just committing.
Left lane, a lot better. That was a commitment, all right.
Yeah, that was a
no
really
break,
good,
4-pin.
Yep. Sorry, Dave. Really good bounce back shot for Juho. With a 2:15 scoring pace to make the finals. 9 spare was a really good number. You know, Sean said it in his interview. It's about got to make good shots, got to make spares.
4-pin critical, got that. Works at the Keila Kuka Bowling Center. Far from Kuopio, his hometown in Finland. Very small town. He's under the bright lights now here in Helsingborg on a final PBA Tour event of the season.
Andrew
Dogfight with Andrew Andersson.
Absolutely, and this is where Andrew has to step up and assert himself as a PBA professional and a champion.
There's that touch fill right lane. So the ball speed down. A touch for him. Great adjustment. Perfect shot, 60 feet to success for Andrew.
Yep, high flush, posted the shot. This is exactly what he wants. The key is, Dave, can he follow it up on the left-hand lane? Andrew has not gotten more than 7 on his first ball on lane 15. He has to commit to what he has seen, make a choice, and execute, and he needs to execute right now.
Big shot left lane for the lead. Got it. Huge strike, does make the adjustment Matt talked about and powers it through with good carry, and he's now in front.
I tell you, Dave, when you're doing the right things happen to you. This is a high shot. This easily could have 4-7, 4-7-9. Instead, he gets a nice trip of the 4-7, a double, and look who is back in the match.
Max numbers are tight. Could have a last shot finish here in match 2. Juho try to respond, does so in the right lane.
And it looks like business as usual here for Juho. Great shot on the right lane after coming in high for the 4-6-7. On his last attempt on that right lane, he gives it a little fist bump. He's like, you know what, I might be from a small town in Finland, but I'm here to play.
29-year-old told us pre-show he's worried about the nerves, being just out of his shoes with energy. But at this point, he looks pretty settled in a tight match. 8th frame works on a strike. You bet.
Couldn't draw that up any better, Dave. This is high flush, 10 back, and a big answer to an established PBA champion who is on one heck of a streak and having one heck of a year. He just said, okay, here's a double for you to think about.
Andrew beat E.J. Tackett in Reno, beat him in Bethlehem. Now wants another title, third of the year. That looks good in the right lane. Continues that perfect placement there, 2 in a row.
If you thought the last one, the right lane was great, this one was even better, and he knew it off his hand. It's gonna come down to this shot right here. Looking at the scoreboard, Dave, Andrew Andersson gets out for 225. You see that max score in the bottom of your screen, folks. However, Juho still has his fate within his control.
Foundation frame, double A for the four-bagger. Has to really hurry and misses the target. Not what he wanted at all. 1, 2, 4, and 8 sleeper back there. A lot of trouble, a lot to cover.
This is not a gimme on this pattern, Dave, and it's a reflection of the strike he got. Somebody at home could say, well, why would a bowler feel uncomfortable after he struck on that lane? He struck the strike was very high. He goes, I don't want to go high again, so I'm going to guard against that. He's not committed. Ball flies off to the right.
Critical make here, a lot to cover, does that. 1, 2, 4, 8.
I'll tell you.
Not afford to miss there in the ninth.
Absolutely not, Dave. And I'll tell you what, after you missed the head pin the first time, making it the second time isn't as easy.
It's in your head.
No,
it's definitely there.
It definitely is.
All right, first time ever on TV. Rissanen steps up in his ninth. In great shape.
And this is where he can really just put this match out of reach for Andrew with a big strike right here.
Does just that, and there's the emotion for the first time tonight for Juho Rissanen of Finland. Huge strike on the right lane, inching closer to the victory.
Big time strike in the ninth, and he knows he got away with one there, Dave. That ball was left to target, but because his hand was so smooth, and that was one of the things the players talked about, having a smooth hand, that ball pushed just enough to go high flush and get him within reach of bowling for the biggest tournament win he's ever had.
1 silver, 1 bronze, European Championships for Team Finland. He told us pre-show he's proud of those victories, but this would be a different level to win on the PBA Tour. Left lane with some loft.
That's a winner.
Has it again, has the victory. Juho Rissanen with the big strike, and he puts away Andrew Andersson, a big star from the United States.
Just comes through right in the clutch. That's a lot of intestinal fortitude shown by a guy who hasn't bowled much in the last 4 months. You know why? Because they don't have air conditioning, and because it's so hot in the bowling center, he can't even go in and practice.
How about that?
Talk about overcoming a lot of adversity.
Something you never think about in the States. Different there for sure. Juho's going to advance, take on Sean Rash for the title here tonight. In Helsingborg, Sweden. Storm Lucky Larsen Masters, final event of the PBA Tour season.
Yep, Juho going to shoot about 214 with grabbing a couple here. Best Andrew Andersson could do was 201, but still a heck of a great tournament. Great week for Andrew.
Really cool to talk to Andrew about his experiences here in Helsingborg. He's very close with so many people. He's come here many years. Patrick Backe, the Swedish national player and coach of incredible renown, is the proprietor here, incredible host to so many bowlers and broadcasters who come from the States. Andrew said if I asked him to stay at his house for a month, he'd say, sure, no problem at all. It's a second family. It means a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, show your love for Andrew Andersson. You didn't go all the way this time, but another great tournament. And congratulations for the first time in the final from Finland, Juho Rissanen. That means that Sean Rash from USA will meet Juho Rissanen from Finland, and we might get a new country as a winner, or US will take their fourth winning here at the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters. And now the good thing, Juho, can we get you over here? You love this part. That's all the Finnish people. Congratulations. Hyvä poika. My Finnish is not so good, so we will try to communicate in one way or another. Well, how do you feel? I mean, your first TV show and you win your first match as one of the best players in the world, Andrew Andersson.
Feel amazing.
Oh, you gotta love these guys, right? Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, you bowl very good, and you put the best in there when you really needed it to throw a bunch of strikes. And how can you be so calm?
I don't know. I just try to put good shot and make spare.
That's a very good strategic, and obviously it took you to the finals here at the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters, and we wish you all the best in the finals against Sean Rash, Hall of Famer. How'd that feel?
Feels good.
So will we see you having the trophy?
Yes, of course.
Wow, thank you so much. Juho Rissanen. Unbelievable. What a performance in putting up the best games, you know, when they needed it at most. Unbelievable. Thank you, the crowd is great. Now I'm handing it back to you guys upstairs.
All right, Nicholas, well done, my man. Man, a few words. I mean, second language, of course, for Juho, but great bowling. Matt did his speaking on the lanes, didn't he, tonight?
He let his ball do the talking, and I think that's what he's been doing all week, Dave. Last time he bowled this tournament, he said, was 2022. He didn't even make it to Sunday. Missed the cut, no check. And he comes back 3 years later, and he's gets through one of the hottest bowlers in the world right now, Andrew Andersson, with some amazing shots down the stretch. And now he's going to bowl for the biggest tournament win he's ever bowled for in his career against a tried, true PBA Hall of Famer, Sean Rash.
You've been around this game, Matt, your whole life. What advice would you give Juho right now?
I think he's in a really good headspace when he was so simple in that interview. I'm going to throw a good shot and make good spare. And I think that simple mentality is serving him well.
While we're waiting, we're going to fix some things with the cameras here. And I just want to, you know, once again take the time to thank our main sponsors, Storm, for really making this happen. Unbelievable. Bowl Tech, Lucky Bowl, Classic Bowl, and Patrick for your team as well as normal. Awesome. And you cried are being really good. Now there's the time for the finals, and I think you can do even better. Well, let's see that. You guys over there, are you ready? They're always here every year to be a good crowd. Like it. So who do you think will the winner will be from the States? Nobody? Can we hear some cheering for the States? Ah. And who thinks the guy from Finland will win? Oi, oi, oi! Hyvä poika! Moi Mukkula! I don't know much Finnish, but... No, so I think I can walk over here and just take a quick little talk to some of the young kids over here. Get ready, you like this. None of you are from Finland, so it's okay. So who's your favorite player?
I don't know.
Anyone playing now, or otherwise you can just say Lucky Larsen, he loves to hear that.
I don't know. Andrew Andersson.
Andrew Andersson, yeah, that's a very good choice. Another good tournament, even if it's not happy about it right now, but I'm pretty sure he's happy that you said you wanted him to win. You are happy. Thank you, Andrew. What a good sport. And then we take a look here in the back. So you got a favorite?
Yes, I do. Actually, it's Joakim Karlsson. I really love the way he plays. It's really remarkable what he does on the lane.
It's like you can see the oil is, all over the walls when his ball is turning so fast.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when he spins the ball, you can hear a sound like... And he's the only one having that sound. It's amazing how he can spin the ball.
So that's a new tips for Storm. We should make sound balls, not just the smell balls. Thank you, nice tip. Larsen, you got something?
We need to do some giveaways here to kill the time. I mean, we had a nice PBA Sweden jersey here, and we have one of our super cool hats. Of course, go practice, get lucky on the side. That's just what everybody needs to do. Now we just need to come up with a question.
All right.
I got one. When was Storm Bowling product established?
What was that? 1985 came from here. Yeah, it is correct. She's the owner. She did it. She knows exactly what it is. So
we go big. We skip the T-shirt. We go one of the high road 40s. The high road has been my absolute favorite. We usually say all the lanes comes to a high road, and now a high road is coming to. Was it you? High Road 40 signed by Danielle McEwen.
Yeah! Wow. Hey, that's pretty cool. She is one of the best bowlers in the world. And you got her signed ball right there. Cool. Now, oh no, Bucky has a question.
Yeah, we got another year. When was this place built? When was Olympia Bowling established? I think he kind of heard it. 87, yeah? Yeah.
Hey, but he's smart. He listens. I can tell you're not my kid, though. They don't listen.
I don't have another question. I'm going to do this.
Oh! Fight! Fight for it. You're on kiss cam also. So make sure that you stick around the right people when you're on the kiss cam. I've heard that could be terribly wrong. No, I'm going to ask you. Are you having a good time? And please, that's probably the nicest thing anyone ever told me. Thank you, Arm. Oh man, Tyler, how are you enjoying? It's as good as the city of Helsingborg has been this week. What a fantastic place to come visit, spend some time. The staff here at Olympia too, amazing. What a great time. You got a career here. Oh, since I can't pull, I need to do something else, right? And Bucky, this is your house. And how does that make you feel? You see all the people, we're on TV, we do a lot of stuff here, and we watch great bowling. And the things I'm really happy about just now is that my spectacular staff is close to the end. And we actually have the kitchen closed so they can start to bring some beer. And have an after work of like a long 10 days. And I have to say, I love you so much. You're all the best. I mean, without you, I can't do anything. So the staff of Olympia Bowling, thank you so much. Amen to that. I almost got religious for that talk, Bucky. I love it. And after the finals, we were always having like an after party, boom shakalak, at the bar upstairs with the staff. That's awesome. And there are dancing on the tables allowed, so everybody just feel free. And Larsen, you're not playing, you know that, right? It was last year.
Yeah, it was a lot more strikes last year, and feels like it's more fun to strike, so I'd skip this one. Maybe next year.
All right, let's hope so. All right, you're doing a great job. Keep it up, and we will continue with the finals. Finland against US. Can we say Finland against Russia? That's not a good idea, right? So Finland against US. All right.
Okay, Nicholas, well done down there. Good interviews. That was fun to hear from so many folks, and Patrick and Martin, our incredible host. We get set for the championship match. A lot of emotion and energy here. And thanks to the incredible staff. Matt, you've been here several days. I just got here over the weekend. But second time here and recognizing how hospitable everyone is from the town, the hotel we stay at, of course, the bowling center here at Olympia.
Yeah, it's just a special place. And they call it the Swedish Riviera, Dave.
Ooh, I like it.
And it never disappoints. Great views, great eats, great night scene, great history, great people.
And a great match coming up here. Let's preview this, get into it, Matt, a little bit more with Sean Rash going for his 18th title. I thought in the pre-match interview he was focused, but also resigned to the fact, hey, if I don't win, it's okay. It's about family for me. Most important thing, those folks back home, trying to win it for them. Everything he does is for his wife and girls, and now it's go time. He had a really tough match. The first one with Purches, able to come through at the end and win. And here he is going for another title. What's going through his mind right now, in your opinion?
Well, I think he's going to bowl a lot freer than he did the first match. He definitely knows he got a gift from Nate Purches there in the 10th. And he feels, as a bowler, when that's happened to me, I feel re-energized to just go out and bowl free. And I think that's what Sean needs to do. He doesn't need to try to place the ball.
It's okay to practice, finalists.
All right, practice underway.
Yep.
Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, he doesn't need to focus on trying to place the ball.
And Louis from Barcelona, maybe we can have a little music when they practice.
He just needs to focus on hitting his mark, getting the ball off his hand clean, and trusting his process. And if he can do those things, he's proven to us over the last decades that he is one of the best in the world. And he just needs to trust that process and let that guy come through. Because he said it himself, Dave. I don't know how many more chances like this I'm going to get.
He's been through a lot. Injuries off the lanes. He said everything's sore. Everything hurts. Back, shoulder, knee, neck. Lots of physical therapy, a lot of work to get himself ready to perform in the lanes at age 43, going against this youngster who's never been on TV, now facing Hall of Famer. And Juho Rissanen has got his hands full here, Matt, in the championship match.
Yes and no. Juho doesn't seem to mind who he was bowling. I think he could be bowling Belmonte, E.J. Tackett, Bill O'Neill.
Wouldn't matter, all good, right?
I don't think it would matter because he's just going to go out and try to knock all 10 down. If he doesn't, he wants to make a good spare. So he seems really assured in himself that he's going to go out, he's going to do what he does, and that's going to be it.
So much energy and emotion in this building a year ago. Jesper Svensson won his 12th career PBA Tour title. Big season this year again for the Iceman, big two-handed lefty, but it was really special to win here on his home soil. First time he'd won the Lucky. We had 4 Swedish bowlers, as we talk about, Matt, at the top of the stream here on the YouTube channel tonight. And that was incredible. I mean, the fans here, the place was absolutely packed, waving Swedish flags. Kind of felt like the Olympics a little bit, European Championship sort of atmosphere to it. And for Jesper to win, as he said, you guys always give me a challenge on American soil, but this is my house, this is my country, and it meant so much to him. Totally different feel here tonight, as we have a star from Finland and an absolute legend in Sean Rash going head-to-head.
Yeah, and I still think, going by the crowd, they're still obviously rooting for the European. Nothing against Sean Rash, of course, but they like to see Europeans beat Americans in bowling, especially in Europe.
Practice now for each, getting set. So in your practice shots before the show, and first, let's talk about Sean first. Had to sit out the second match, of course, after winning on the bench against Purches in match 1. What are the things you're working on with practice, knowing about ball reaction, what's happened in your first match?
Well, you're looking to see how they've changed. That's the first thing. Okay, here's where I ended. I'm going to throw a shot
Wow,
here.
Martin, that was a couple of the best releases you had all week.
What's the ball doing? Okay, off of that, I'm going to have to make some choices, right? I'm probably going to have to move left. My target's going to have to move left, and I'm probably going to have to change bowling balls. Juho is throwing a very low hooking bowling ball. That ball is very good at just being very smooth, gliding down the lane, and being very smooth. Sean is a lot more up the back of the ball, so he's going to have to make sure that the ball he picks, as you see Brett Spangler, the Motive rep, standing behind him, the ball that he goes with needs to be able to get down the lane. But it still has to try to hook, and that's why scores were so low here. It was very, very difficult for the players to make the ball get from point A to point B.
As a higher ranked player, Sean Rash chose to start on the left lane.
And
always interesting, Matt, about the choice.
Yep, and that's the smart choice, Dave. And Sean knows it because Sean really struggled on that left lane. And I feel the left lane, because there's no ball return in front of the bowlers are going to get further left quicker on that lane.
Okay, so it's about that time. We're going to wrap up the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters 2025. Give it up for Sean Rash and Juho Rissanen. We will have a new winner for the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters. Good luck and may the force be with you.
I'm good with any Star Wars reference. It's time to bowl in Helsingborg, Sweden for a title. Rash, Rissanen. Will one bowler win his first career title, or the legendary career of Sean Rash continue? USBC and PBA Hall of Famer.
The unknown versus the established Hall of Famer. You couldn't ask for a better story here, Dave.
Here we go. Juho. 10-pin.
Soft 10, as we call it in the business, Dave. Ball just going too far down the lane before it tries to make its turn. I wasn't exactly thrilled with that shot, but I'll tell you what, 9 spare has proven to be a really good number tonight.
See open frame, seeing trouble on spares. Cross lane, single pin spare conversion. Juho's got that. Big sigh of relief to begin the match for the first timer on TV here.
Well, you don't have to kill it to knock it over. You just got to catch a piece, and Juho breathes a sigh of relief there as he knew that was a little closer than he wanted it to.
One match from his 18th title. What a way to finish out the year.
Definitely.
Rash can get this.
Definitely some redemption for him, Dave, if he can take it home.
But right at it. Missed the target. Way left.
That was a really odd shot from Sean. It looked like it just slipped off his hand. I mean, that was, I don't think I bowled with Sean for probably 10 years, and I don't think I've ever seen him throw one like that.
Checking his hand, Matt, right on cue. Unusual lead does cover. Has the mark, but that's something you rarely see at this level.
Yeah, you don't usually see a right-hander shoot a 2.56. That's generally for left-handers, like myself or Jesper. But generally don't see a right-hander leave that one.
Yeah, off his hand, that was off the mark. But from outside Chicago, gets help late, left lane. And again, is feeling the right hand there. Something possibly with the wrist, or
something is definitely wrong.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, something is wrong. Sean has injured himself somehow, and if you look at how he's throwing, it's like he's almost throwing a spare ball. There's really not much rev rate on that. And he told us earlier today everything was hurting.
Strike numbers, there you see it. Tournament ranked, powered by Lane Talk. As always, great stats. More at lanetalk.com. That's crossing over, runaway Brooklyn. So we've seen some unusual shots here in the championship match, and Rissanen gets the big break. Next stop, Brownsburg.
That's right.
Different sections of Brooklyn.
You're familiar with all the boroughs.
Yeah. I'm a New Yorker.
Yep. Another great miss from Juho. He did it in the last match, and he did it again this match. And it just seems when Juho misses, he misses the right way.
Very intrigued to see what Sean does next up. Rissanen comes in high, 3-6-10 stands for him here, left lane. So if you're Juho and you see your opponent maybe have a physical issue, what are you thinking about?
I'm thinking I want to put as much pressure on him early as I can, Dave, because when you got a guy down, it's your job to finish him off and not let him get back up and take the trophy away from you.
With Lofts, does not get the 10. It's an open frame. And returns the favor of a miss. That is critical here early. For the first time we're on TV. All right, here's Sean Rash, Matt. Is he able to hook the ball?
That's a good question because he's playing like a fallback fade right now. He's far left. He's just trying to kind of fade it in there into the 1-3. And he's, you know what, Dave? He said he's an old school guy using a lot of tricks. And I'll tell you what, my man is Houdini right now.
He's definitely used the bag of tricks here, isn't he, Matt?
This is just classic old school. He's gotten to a really weak, rolly ball, and he's taken his hand completely out of it, and he's just fading it back into the 1-3. And so far, his plan is working perfectly.
Amazing. Clearly physically distraught here and trying to get through this championship match. He's got a big lead. Left lane, it's high. Doesn't pay a price, gets a strike, still feeling that hand, the forearm. Something's not right with Sean Rash, but he has a strike in the books.
Yeah, this is a great break going right through the face. Another pin taking out the 6 and the 10. And sometimes, Dave, when it's your time, it's your time.
7 spare, turkey for Rash. Off the open. Rissanen has got to really respond. It's early, but he's in a big hole. Fourth frame, high, almost the big 4. Just as damaging. 4, 6, 7.
Yeah, he didn't like that shot off his hand and checks early right through the face. You know, we've seen a couple 4, 6, 7s on the right-hand lane, Dave. That lane just absolutely overhooks. If you cut that lane off, it's going to go high every time. And Juho is paying the penalty.
Open frame, 6-pin stands. Lead balloons for Sean Rash on the bench.
Well, they need to change Rash's name on the screen to Houdini. The level of creativity on the fly that Sean's displaying right now is just pretty impressive.
You have got to be an experienced shot maker in a championship match to do what he's doing.
Oh,
agreed.
100%.
Left lane, Juho. Much better. Crunches that 1-3 pocket. Tattoos the pins into the pit. Much needed this stage of the match after a shaky start.
Absolutely, and that's what he was looking for to get off to, taking advantage of that Brooklyn. And instead, he gave Sean Rash a couple of holes, and Sean took advantage with the triple. And we'll see what the magician has in store for us in the 5th frame.
For the 4-bagger. How about that, trip 4-pin? That's what he's got in the bag. He's like, going right at it.
It's really like he's throwing a spare. Look at how much hand he has taken out of the ball, and he is completely just trusting fading the 1-3 with this thing. Dave, that's a level of commitment.
And it's working.
Oh, my God. I'm pretty taken back. That's pretty darn impressive.
Whoa. Missed the target that time. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, Sean just gave it away too much.
4-5.
Absolutely, Dave. Sean knows that if he gives it away too much because he's taken all his hand out of the ball has no chance to hook back.
Takes care of it, and he is visibly injured. In the right forearm, elbow area. We saw him stretching his hand out as much as he possibly could. He's trying to physically finish this, Matt.
Yeah, he's trying to fill frames and just gut this thing out. But I'll tell you what, he's pacing 220, and Juho is on pace for 170. And if Juho does not strike right here, he's going to have a very, very, very tough time.
Really needs it. 6th frame. Does have it. Makes things interesting. Stays right in the match.
Well, step 1 of striking right now and turning your first double of the match, accomplished. Step 2, getting up on this difficult left lane and repeating that process, Dave. I don't feel Sean's going to give Juho a hole. Juho is going to have to throw the rest of them and make Sean show up.
Sean's got to physically finish. This might be tough for him. Gutting through an injury, clearly. Left lane for Juho. Big shot. Double wood. 2-8 stands for him. Could use a strike there.
Yeah, oh, he needed to strike there. He's got a double, so now he's back in the 180s, but he's still 40 pins down to Rash. And Rash doesn't look like he's going to leave anything that is unmakeable with his lane play strategy, despite the injury that he's obviously going through. Juho's got to make this spare and then hope something really unfortunate befalls Rash.
Hooks it, does cover. 2-8 double wood. Well done there for Rissanen. And Sean Rash trying to win his first title since the 2021 PBA Chesapeake Open in Virginia. It's been a minute since the Hall of Famer has been in the winner's circle.
Yeah, and every year that goes on, Dave, where you don't have success and you're not back in that winner's circle, it gets harder and harder and harder to get back there mentally.
Right lane, way off target, just cannot hook it clearly. 1-2-4 here for Rash.
Yeah, 1-2-4 is pretty simple, pretty straightforward for what Sean's doing right now. He's taking the pattern out of play. We talked about how nasty this pattern has been. He's taking the strategy of taking it out of play. Uh-oh.
Misses the head pin, holding that forearm near the elbow again, wincing in pain. Match changer, open frame.
He's letting Juho kind of back into this thing. He just can't let things snowball from here. He's got to take his time, maybe take a re-rack, reset yourself, and go back to the guy that we saw in the 2nd and 3rd frame.
He has just been through a litany of injuries in his career. Last several years, been nowhere close to 100%. Trying to gut through. Win here tonight in Sweden. Big shot. Again off the mark. Again holds the arm. Just trying to finish. Just a single pin spare conversion coming up. Could have been a lot worse. 8 pin, stubborn.
That could have been another half bucket or a bucket or a 2-8. And
something bad.
Something bad. Well, when you can't impart any revs, trying to make a 2-8 is next to impossible. But Sean has afforded himself, by that 4-bagger, frames 2 through 5, Dave, he's afforded himself the luxury of going spare, and having this thing just about locked up, unless Juho can throw the back 5. If that happens, he's going to force Sean Rash to throw a couple more good shots before he puts his hand on that trophy.
Go time for Juho. Needs the strike here. It's high, misses the target, 6-10 up. And Sean Rash is getting closer.
Yeah, Juho just cut it off again on the right-hand lane, goes high. Fortunately, it's not a split, but the problem for Juho is he's already got 2 holes and 1 double, and his opponent turned a 4-bagger.
Does have the 610, does have the mark, but realizes now the hole might be too big to get out of against the Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. Juho gets off the sheet for 203. Sean Rash is pacing 213. Pacing means if he goes spare, strike, spare. You see the max score, of course, if both players were to strike out, 203, as I said, for Juho, 233 for Rash.
Foundation frame, good ball reaction there, crunches the 1-3 pocket. And all 10 in the pit, those pins had no chance whatsoever. Big strike to keep things interesting.
He keeps himself alive. He's in the ICU, Dave. They haven't pulled the plug on this guy yet. Here's the situation for Rash. He's got a mark in the 9th, and he's got a mark in the 10th. Anything less, he's going to let Juho back into this thing.
Starts here, Matt. Again, just can't hook it, and it misses the target wide to the right, just the 1-2. He's literally just throwing a spare ball type strategy to try to stay alive and finish the match here.
Yeah, he's literally just trying to fade the 1-3 and take the conditions out of play. And I'll tell you what, he's lucky the 10-pin wasn't standing there and leaving himself a washout. Now, he's got to make another head pin spare, which he just missed in the 7th.
Got to have it right on the money that time, no worries. There's the first mark Matt talked about, necessary, 1 more. He's going to have another title.
1 more mark, Dave, gets him to another title, his first win in over 4 years. And I'll tell you what, for a guy whose father has been really battling father time, if he can put 10 away here, it's going to make him feel real, real good.
Sean Rash for the win. He's got it. All 10 down for the veteran. The Hall of Famer has won his 18th career PBA Tour title. He wins the 2025 Storm Lucky Larsen Masters in Helsingborg, Sweden. Incredible effort for Sean Rash to overcome the injuries again here tonight and gut his way through to a title.
That's the best kind of mark, Dave. When you need a mark, just give it the high, hard one, right smack dab in the 1-3, and he puts the mats out of reach, gets himself that 18th title, and like you said, for a guy battling father time, not sure of when the next chance is going to come, it's got to feel great, and for him and his wife, Sarah, and their 3 children back home.
First win since August 22nd, 2021, when he beat Tom Doherty for the Chesapeake Open title in Virginia. Sean Rash, a winner again on the PBA Tour. That's emotional for Rash as he takes home another championship.
We have a new winner at the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters, the 3rd time from the States. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sean Rash. And also show your love to Juho, who did a great performance. A fantastic tournament, being runner-up at the first only PBA event outside USA. Fantastic performance, Juho. And you should be very, very proud. But today he was unbeatable, Mr. Sean Rash.
Lots of emotions for that guy, Dave. Lots of emotions.
Belmo, Troop, Carlson Hansen, and Kerdal, AJ Johnson of the USA, and then Jesper last year, the prior champs of this great event. Sean Rash joins the list. 18th title. Our host, Martin Larsen, will get the winner's check, the trophy for Sean Rash.
We could all see that he was hurt. He was struggling a lot, and to pull that off is unbelievable. What a great performance, Sean. And I think everybody should just, a round of applause for everybody who's in this building making this such a fantastic event. Sean, I want you to over here. First of all, wow, you can't, get me into tears now here. What happened? Talk us through what happened.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows I've dealt with some injuries through the years, but unfortunately, during the summer, something happened with my grip and with my pitches and just trying different spans just to try to figure things out. And something happened in Florida, and I took some time off, got the rest that you need to get done. My anxiety is through the roof, of course. Everyone knows that I like to watch scoreboards and just whatever, but my anxiety started to take over my mind, and called my wife, and she said, mind over matter. You got this. Do what you can. And basically, I just threw it at the head pin.
And you got it done. You know what? You are the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters winner 2025. And you earned it. You played well. Even if you were struggling, you were still, staying up there and making it happen.
Yeah, the older you get, right, you slow things down. My whole thing was to be patient this week. We knew the scores were going to be low. I mean, you could tell that by the TV show. Hats off to Juho from Finland, to Andrew and Nate that made the Final Four, and everyone that made the cut because they were demanding. To Kegel, Christoph, you did an amazing job this week. I told him after the first day, I said, I love the challenge. This is a good one, and this one's for the old guys, I guess.
Wow. Well, thank you, and congratulations one more time, Sean. I think there's something you want to pick up.
I do. I just, real quick, to Patrick, the staff, thank you so much for what you do for over 400 bowlers, the constant hours that you guys stay here, the complete BS that we give you every day for food and drinks. And, I mean, you guys are just above and beyond it's just a remarkable place. To my sponsors, thank you for never giving up on me.
Congratulations, Sean. Amazing job. Very good. Larsen, you got something? Wow, what can you say? He was struggling and still he made it happen. I mean, back to you, Dave and Matt.
Hey, Nicholas, thanks so much. Very emotional, to be sure, for Sean Rash, a Hall of Famer, PBA, USPC, and now with the host of our event, Martin Larsen, and the great staff here, Patrick Bakke.
Let's start with the third place finishers for 90,000 Swedish crowns. Give it up for Nate Purches and Andrew Andersson. What a performance the whole week. They've been amazing. And yeah, they looked like they was having a hard time and then making the show. Unbelievable, great job. Andrew as well. And the runner-up from Finland, I want to hear some noise from you guys. Juho Rissanen! 123 Swedish crowns. What an amazing week. Fantastic job. Hyvä poika. Whatever you said, I'm good with it. And as the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. To win the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters 2025, give it up for the Hall of Famer, Sean Rash! What a performance, what a week. And also struggling all the way in and then made it done. Amazing fight. I think he's happy. You don't have to bowl tomorrow if you don't want to. Okay, I think... I want to see you, kiss that thing and, get the people to, oh, come on, Sean. And lift it. The winner, Storm, Lucky Larsen, 2025. Wow, what an amazing, and here's a little check for you.
I'll take that one home.
You'll take that home. Wow. Tyler, would you like to say anything before we wrap this up?
I think just an incredible TV show we watched right there. You saw Sean battle through some injuries and just shows the type of player he is. It can just never gives up. So the other participants, fantastic. Bright future for all of them. And what a great show. Thank you so much for having us.
And thank you for being a part of it. And I really want to, once again, thank you everybody, because you have made this possible. You have made the dream come true for a lot of players, and we had such a great time. So thank you everybody, and enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you.